Hi Amit, hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Shravan. Nice to meet you again. How are you?
Yeah, I'm jubilant, doing great, really great. Though I was, waiting for this match. Today is the T20 match, which is going to happen with South Africa from 7 p.m. Yeah,
South Africa and India.
yes, T20 match.
Okay, and this is the fourth T20. Okay, earlier it was ODI, right?
Yeah, ODI, three matches ODI it was, but now it is T20.
Right.
Dhoom Dharaka, sixes and fours. Do you love sports?
Right. Yes, I do love sport, and even I also like to watch cricket. But I was not aware that today is T20 match. I would, after this session, I would also love to watch.
Okay, who is your favorite cricketer, by the way? Worldwide, if I talk about.
Worldwide, uh, I, I would say I like Virat Kohli. And the reason behind why I like Virat Kohli because he has everything, how he started his journey. He was not unhealthy, but as you can compare him now and earlier. Plus, he has good wealth, good health, and good relationship. That's why I admire Virat Kohli. And these are the three qualities, three things which a person can ask for, right? So yeah, I like Virat Kohli because of that.
And any other player, apart from Indian cricketer, any other which you like him personally?
Mhm. Not him, I would say her. Recently I got fan of Laura Wolvar. She's also an amazing player, so I like her watching, when she plays.
Oh, South African captain, female captain, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so
I feel very bad for her, when South Africa lost in the finals. She
Mhm,
gave everything, her 200%. She scored twice, right? In semi-final, final, she scored century, but still,
mhm.
I was happy for India, but on the other hand, I was sad. I was feeling sad for Laura.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
It's also about the work ethics, and when we feel sorry for the player who put their 100% on the field, and when the results are not in their favor, we definitely feel sorry for them, especially for those people, those sportsmen who are really putting their 100%. I always feel sad for the South African team because whenever they are on the field, they are with their utmost capabilities, they are putting their 110%, and still when the results are not in
Right.
favor, so um, we feel sorry for them, obviously. But you mentioned that
Right.
Virat Kohli, and I think most of the people in this world, if you will ask from the cricket community, who is your favorite cricketer,
Mhm.
definitely there would
Mhm.
be very less people who would say I don't like Virat Kohli. But what do you think? Why
Right.
do you like Virat Kohli, and why, at a global level, why Virat Kohli is so much recognized, and why he is so much um so much in the news, and people always like to see him playing crickets, making run. Uh, People are like crazy for him. Me myself
Right.
also, when he plays, I don't skip. Nowadays I don't skip much because I know there is very less cricket is left in him. Definitely after 2027 World Cup, he is definitely gonna not play for India. So definitely,
Right.
in this ending phase of his life, I don't want to miss any matches of him. What do you think? Why
Right.
Virat Kohli is so changed by people love him? What is your perspective about it?
Actually, there are a lot of reasons. For the first reason which is coming to my mind, when he started his career, he was a great player. But he identified what mistakes he was doing. He worked on it. And plus, if we see the physical appearance earlier, how he was little over, or not overweight, I can say, but he was chubby at that time. But he realized that, if I want to play for a very long time, for I want to go for a long run, then I need to lose some weight, And he did work on that, and that shows off, right? He got into shape. Uh, Also, he worked on his batting skills as well. Earlier, you might have seen, he only used to play ground shots, but these days we are seeing matches where he's hitting sixes also. So he has worked on that. This is one reason because of his fitness. I like him. And the second, he worked on his career, I would say, because of that, he achieved the good wealth. These are the two reasons why I personally like him.
Hmm. I agree with you. I remember
Yeah.
with my conscious thought, I remember since 2020, 2013 and 14, you know, if I look back to my memory, I'm able
Hmm.
to remember that since that was the time when I am watching Virat Kohli playing for India and hitting scores against different countries. So I have seen one changes in him. Earlier, it used to be that he used to take a lot of sugars and like his calorie intake was something that was he said in his interviews that at the early stages of his life his calorie intake his food habit nutritions and even health wise he was not very much conscious, but he was a person who was very ambitious in his mind that I have to go at certain level in my life. I want to set an standard that I want to play cricket like this. And as you mentioned that if he wants to go at long run, then he have to do some sacrifices and he have to play like this. And I have also seen one thing that he was a kind of player who never raced on his laurels. Like suppose he scores 100 in a match, so definitely next match again he wants to hit 100. He's not a kind of player who hit 100 and then they are waiting. Okay, and now I have hit 100, so
Yeah.
in the next 10 matches I can play whatever the shots I want, even though I am out in zero, it doesn't matter. But the hunger in
Right.
Virat Kohli for playing sports for the country is unmatchable. Even the world cricket always admire him. And now, the cricket is going to be globalized and it is going to play at the global level. And it is just happening because of Virat Kohli. Okay, because cricket has never been in a sports who,
Yeah.
if you go to, like in different countries, see, football is something that worldwide people like it and know about it. But if you ask about any cricketer's name going into Europe, people will not tell you that, oh, cricket is also kind of sports. Okay,
Mhm.
but they don't know the great player's name, Virat Kohli or somebody like say, somebody like him. But now cricket is being globalized and people are really admiring him. Um, and accepting that cricket is also kind of sports and there is also athletes who are playing with their 100%. And for so many people I have seen from UPSC aspirant to politician to cricketer to legends from the different games, they always respect Virat Kohli a lot just because of his work
Mhm.
ethics.
Right.
He see his work ethics as you
Right.
said. The last two ODIs where he hits 200. It's not a very easy cup of tea
Mhm.
that you are in London, you are spending your time with family, and then you come back to the ground and you are hitting sixes like it is not only about your physical aspects. Virat Kohli is mentally a very tough player for
Yeah.
the opponents. If you see on the grounds,
Actually.
hitting singles and having a control on his body and his mind that okay, he's also kind of player he can hit sixes, but he don't take risk when there is like a high profile matches, when there is like semi final, final, or maybe it's a crucial match. Definitely he let the other players feel exhausted and then strike again and again. He let the feel other players that if I'm on the ground, if I'm playing, then definitely this match is in the India's favor. So this is why,
Right.
if you have seen like Australian players are the players, they doesn't admire somebody very easily, but nowadays I've
Yeah.
seen like Australian players also admire Virat Kohli. He see him as a
Actually, yes.
he see him as a competitor. Like he has the Australian players, if you talk about cricket, are the
Mhm.
greatest player. If you see like for cricket, whatever they can do, I don't think that anybody in any countries can do like that. uh, but they see Virat Kohli as a competitor, that this man can
True.
match the level of work ethics that we put. He's a kind of player who can compete us and who can give a challenge on the field, isn't it?
Right, true. And speaking of Virat Kohli's achievement, there's two more things which I would like to, actually three things which I would like to add. First, I like one more thing, that how entertaining he is on the field, right? Test is a
Ah,
very boring match, but
yeah.
you will never see him, dull on energy. He's always enthusiastic. He's always high on energy, on every ball, he'll show that excitement. And test, as I said, it's a very boring match, and because of him, people also started watching test matches also in an entertaining way. The
Mhm.
second thing, I don't know whether it is true, but I have heard this, whether it is rumor or not, but because of Virat Kohli, cricket is going to introduce in Olympics as well from this year, or maybe from this year only, I guess.
Mhm.
So it is right or wrong, I'm not sure, but I have heard these things also. And the third thing, which is, the greatest of all time in football, even Ronaldo follows Virat Kohli because of his sportsmanship, and all those things, So yeah, he's a
Uh,
legendary. He's greatest of all time.
Agree with you. One thing I want to clear here, that you talk about like Olympic. Yeah, it is true that Olympic
Yes.
is going to be it is going to be happen, and the reason is Virat Kohli. You are definitely sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the correct news. Which I said, now worldwide
Oh,
cricket is going to be globalized. So I was talking about Olympic,
right.
that Olympic is going to be happen. See, so and cricket
Right.
is going to be in that Olympic games. So definitely the Virat Kohli is the massive reason. uh, I really love him, admire him, and in any situation, what I have learned from him, that no matter what kind of situation is, he never give up very easily. He doesn't give up very easily. He doesn't throw his wicket very easily. The bowler has to
Right.
have put his 100 and 200 efforts to get him out. He doesn't out, very easily. So he's mentally a very, very tough player, just like Michael Jordan, Leon Messi, or just like Federer, these kind of players. We compare him with these kind of players, the legends of the other sports, and many people agree on
Right.
this. Okay, so other than
See that.
sports, I don't watch any other sports here. I mean, I football sometimes I love to watch just because of Messi and Ronaldo. But as much as and this is also the reason why I don't watch cricket, because sorry, other sports, because in India people worship cricket. But if we talk about the other sports, we do not give much value and much credibility to other sports. Do you watch any other cricket? I mean, any other sports? Sorry, any other sports other than cricket?
Uh, yes, actually, I'm into little bit of chess also. So I watch chess games, and even I play in my free time. I like to play chess. I have played a lot of football, but I've never watched any matches because I don't really like watching football matches. So yeah, and cricket I have played from my childhood. So this is something not for you and me. In India, cricket is like a festival, right? We celebrate that way. So apart from cricket, if you ask, I like to watch chess matches also.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Yeah, yeah.
test matches is all about how mentally tough player you are. Whereas if you talk about T20, it's all about how physically strong you are. Test T20 matches are
Right,
something like you have to hit boundaries from the first ball, but test matches is something that you have to defend for 50
right.
overs, for more than 90 overs, for the all day. So it is mentally very tough. Test matches are known to be a very mentally tough player you need to be if you want to play test cricket. What do you think? I mean, do you think as a human being we should physically be tough, strong, or we should mentally be tough? Because I have seen people work on the physique, their the overall health and physical health. They look after nutrition and the other aspects of life, but they never work on their mental health. I mean, tell me honestly, Amit, have you ever worked on your mental well-being? Okay, for my mental well-being, I am going to do something. Maybe it could be yoga or meditation, while keeping in mind that I am doing this for my mental well-being. I mean,
Mhm.
very less people do. Yeah, I have
For
seen.
me,
Mhm.
yeah, actually, because we never, no one has taught us that you have to work on your mental being also, right? Uh, I was surrounded with people who used to take a lot of stress of their family, of their career. Even I have grown in that situation. So this is not a concept for us, for a middle class family, that you have to work on your mental peace also. I go for running, sometimes jogging. I work out also, but if that is considered as like working on your mental peace, so I do that activity. But apart from that, I have never thought that way, that I have to work on my mental peace as well.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. But
Yeah.
I have seen most of the time people, if they are juggling and hustling with life, the most of the common reason is that somebody said to them something, or maybe they are offended with something. So it's all about your mental toughness. We have seen people around that there are some people whom you say anything, they doesn't care at all, and this is not going to
Yeah.
affect their life. But on the contrary, there are some other people whom you say even a little things, maybe you put a joke on them, they take it very harshly, and they offend, and they started doing overthinking, ki, why this man has said something to me. So I mean, it's very important for the people to work on their mental toughness and their emotional intelligence also. We need to
Mhm.
really work on it, isn't it? I mean, but I have seen once Oja sir said, if the people around you are able to make you stress, then you are an useless person. Uh, but I feel that it creates an impact what people are saying about you. So are you a kind of person when somebody says something to you, so you take it on your heart or you just ignore it?
I diagnose it first, whether I know if it is going to affect me, and if the person is saying truth or not. It doesn't matter how harsh it is. If someone is commenting on my body weight, if I'm overweight, if I need to work on my communication skills, if that person is commenting on that thing, definitely I would like to improve on that thing. But and yes, in short, I do get affected if someone is giving me any sort of feedback, or if person is criticizing me. So I do get affected by those things.
Okay, so you feel bad
Yeah.
when somebody give you a feedback, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually, and this is completely because no one taught us how to deal such kind of situation. This is uh, either you are going to learn by yourself, or you need a mentor that how to tackle those situation. The thing which I have learned, how to respond it aggressively. If someone is criticizing me, I'll respond it in a very aggressive manner, or I'll also criticize the other person.
mm,
So this is what I have seen from my childhood days. Yeah.
okay, so yeah, this is the fact you said that we have never been taught like that. If somebody is criticizing you, how
Yeah.
you can ignore them and just don't take it on your heart and just move forward in life, because there would be always some people who is going to criticize you, but we should always
Right.
surround with the people who are admiring you and who are talking about your good deeds also, not just the criticizing. Criticizing is good, but it should be in a very positive manner. I mean, if you find out that there is something that I need to really improve in my life, you can
Mhm.
start while saying some good thing about me. Suppose you want to say something to me, Kistavan, this is the thing you need to improve. So before saying this thing, you can first tell me a few good things about me. Okay. And then you can say, okay,
Uh-huh.
these are the good things, Shravan, I notice in you, and you are really very good at it. But if you will work on your pronunciation a little bit, you sound more effective. Oh my goodness. This is the
Right.
best way,
Actually,
isn't it?
this is some kind of method, right? I've heard this from my manager. He was telling me this is something called, in sales. I'm not sure what it is, but if you want to give a feedback, first compliment that person. You are doing very great,
Sandwich,
but there is
sandwich,
a small.
sandwich.
No, sandwich is something different. This is something else. I am not able to recollect the actual process or method, what it is, but yeah. So if you want to give feedback, which is a little on the negative side or something like that, so you just have to compliment that person first and then add the thing which you said. If you can do this, you'll be great. You'll do a lot of
Mhm.
other good things. So yeah, I have heard about this.
Yeah, like you did very well. You are doing whatever you are doing. I'm really very much inspired by it. But if you will add this a little extra thing, this might be look more
Right,
gigantic and more beautiful, and it would be substantial and all. So definitely this works, and I think this is the best way. Yaar. I mean, I don't know why in this world
right.
people don't teach in India. Yaar. I mean, okay, if somebody is criticizing you, you have to handle it like this. If somebody is praising you, you
Hmm.
have to say welcome. What is the basic thing, how to talk to somebody, what is the dining table etiquettes, what are the phone etiquettes. These are the basic things
And
which I think as a person you need to learn in life, and these are the fundamentals, yeah, isn't it? I mean, these are the very
mhm.
basic things. But if you see in India, people lack even with the civic sense. We are talking about the
Yeah.
dining table etiquettes. Just talk about civic sense. People don't know even, uh, you know, how to talk in public. If somebody is sitting around you, don't talk loudly. I have seen people, that doesn't care you. Like I was traveling in the bus. I remember it's been like few days. So there was somebody sitting behind, like beside me. He was using phone with the, with loudest speaker. So I said, Bhaiya, can you use your earphone? And if you don't have your earphone, please put your volume down. This bus and this public transportation and everything is not your own. Okay, it's
Yeah.
you can just have your sound a little down. I mean, maybe I don't like Bhojpuri song, or maybe you are listening something that is maybe it could be your choices, but you cannot emphasize for somebody else to listen those things. So these are the civic things. This is not something to be said, this is something to be understood. Okay, I don't need to
Right.
say ki Amit, we
Right.
are doing a session, please don't sleep, please don't lie on the bed, please talk while being straight. So these are the basic civic sense which I think in India people
Actually,
are lacking with, and they really need to deal with it.
right. That's true. And as you said, there are a lot of things, small basic things which people need to understand. For example, as you gave the example, you are traveling in the bus. I have also seen how people yawn wide open mouths. I mean, when you're yawning, at least cover your mouth. And I've seen people when they sneeze, sneeze loud, cover your nose while sneezing, right? These are the things. And there are not few friends. There's one friend, I've kept telling him whenever when we have lunch or dinner together, he eats like, with a loud noise. How people eat. This is a
Mm.
very bad thing, right?
Yeah,
While eating, if you're making noise, this is a very, very bad thing. So I have told him many a time, but people sometimes they just avoid. So these are the small things which can be improved,
I have seen also
and
another
people should.
another
Yeah.
little things. I have seen people, when they are going on the stairs, and if they are wearing sleepers, they try to walk like making noises. You can walk
Mhm.
slowly. Okay, and this
Right.
another thing which I really need to address, and if viewers are watching uh, this is the message to all those people. See, having a sneezing, if you're having a cough or you're taking yawn, there isn't any problem. This is the case with every human
Right.
being, have definitely have gone through.
Yeah.
But if there is somebody around you, and if you don't have
Mhm.
handkerchief, if you don't have handkerchief, you can just do simply like this. If you're sneezing or if you're doing cough,
Right.
you can put your hands on your nose. These are the basic things which really people need to address. Okay, otherwise,
Actually.
as you said, when some people eat something, they try to, when they are
Yeah.
chewing, they are making sound.
Yeah. And
So
that's the most irritating thing,
yeah.
I avoid having lunch or dinner with such kind of people. It's very irritating.
So the meaning to say all these things is that do not let other people be in trouble just because of your habits. See, whatever you do in your private room, nobody cares. How do you eat in your room? How do you wear something? How do you walk? How do you walk in your personal life? But when you are stepping into the public life, then definitely you
Mm.
should keep all these thing in your mind, that you are in a public, so you need to keep in mind that uh, n- we should not let other people feel trouble just because of you. See, if somebody will say that, oh man, please put your hands on your nose, definitely you're going to feel bad. So why don't you do by your own? I
Mm.
mean, if somebody will
Right.
sneeze, I have seen also another thing, there's some people spit, when they are
Yeah.
talking to you. So definitely, I mean, this is the very big problem, yeah, which you should really understand. Now
Right.
these are the hygienes etiquettes which you need to understand, but there are some other problems as well. Suppose the two people are talking to each other, so there would be some people, they will disturb you there. They will be not gonna think that, okay, two person are talking, I should not interrupt them. They will be
Uh,
coming they will be
yeah.
coming they will be coming in between the main conversation, and they will interrupt you. what kind of what kind of etiquette is it? I mean, you can wait there. And I have seen another very basic and common etiquettes that people really need to understand. When you are calling to somebody,
Yeah.
if you are calling to somebody for one time and they are not receiving, I've seen people keep repeating calling again and again and again and
Uh,
again and again and again. This is the most frustrating things in my life ever happened. I have seen, yeah, maybe the other person is busy doing something, making his project, or maybe he is doing something very important than your call. And if it is an
right.
emergency, then this is okay if it is important or in an emergency. But I have seen people, when even though they don't have anything very special to say, they will be keep calling you. Bhaiya, wo dekh raha hai, he's seeing ki you are calling, and if he have to talk,
Yeah.
he have to respond. Definitely in one call he is going to respond. But I don't know what kind of person you are, that you are keep calling to somebody even though they are not receiving. So this is also the one kind of etiquettes that people really need to understand and address in their life, isn't it?
Actually, but people who doesn't want, I feel like they are not bothered at all. Even if you are correct them, they don't understand that this is for your goodwill, right?
Yeah.
If someone is correcting you, make sure that you don't repeat the mistake again. But people are at least bothered about such things. They will not take it seriously. And I am on the same boat as you said. That such type of people are also there in my life. I run this business, so my staff calls me again and again. Even though if I'm rejecting the call, even if I'm sending the message that I'm in a meeting, please don't call, still they'll, call me again and again. So that is very frustrating, as you said.
Don't you think that they are the person, they are thinking like that, ki we are taking our phone and we are waiting for their call, the moment you will call I will receive. There is a lot of works, man, to do in life. This is not the
Right.
call all the time that we are free to take call. Uh, so for people like these, you can't even ignore. Maybe you're doing something in your phone, yeah. It could be, na, you are into your meeting and somebody is calling in your phone. Then
Right.
what will you do? If you will block them, they will say, oh, how the rude person and arrogant person he is, such a condescending person he is, very arrogant, very arrogant. And I say it is very easy to put a name on somebody, but it's take time to understand somebody else's. Okay. If I called Amit
Right.
once, definitely if Amit is concerned for me, definitely he's going to call me back, or maybe he's going to understand and call me back when he's free. But definitely it is our responsibility as well, that we should understand to not bother somebody else. You know. So
Actually, yeah.
so so I think these are the basic etiquettes which people really need to understand.
Right.
Mm. So
Yeah,
our
and I mean, if you want to grow in your life, so these are the things which you have to work. No one is going, if someone is correcting you, that's good. But you have to learn these things by yourself. No one is, be behind you to correct you all the time. If you want to achieve something in your life, if you want to do good, learn this basic etiquette, as you said. So it is very important. People, the wise people, the people who are at good position, they will definitely notice such things in you.
Definitely, if you are stepping up into a professional life, then definitely this is the
Yeah,
most vital aspect of your life that you should really need to address. Otherwise, there is nobody else is free and ready to tell you all these things. This is something that you should learn. And if you didn't learn, this is your problem, man. And so, for all those people, who didn't learn this thing, I mean, they should learn. It doesn't matter what the age you are, maybe you are 18 or 20 or 30 or 40, but the moment if you're seeing these kind of videos or you learn from somewhere else, try to inculcate those habits. Okay. Otherwise
very
definitely it is going to be very very problem for you in life.
difficult. Yeah.
Mm.
And people end up thinking that why I'm not able, why I'm not good. They'll start comparing with those people who are doing good, who are uh, taking care of such things, and they are not able to identify what wrong things I am doing, and they
Yeah,
start comparing. So
yeah,
you
that's
need to identify by yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they end up blaming only. Okay.
Yeah.
But since I can see there is no timing else, 30 seconds is left on me. But thank you
Uh,
very much for joining again, and it's again a wonderful session. I hope next time when we will meet, we do not have any technical issue, and we can have at least a 30-minute
yeah.
session.
Yes, of course, of course. And Sean, it was really pleasure talking to you. Yeah, we can definitely connect again and we'll discuss something else.